Dave Leisering, Director of Athletic Communications here at Mercyhurst University. Weekly Insider Time with head coach Rick Gotkin of the Mercyhurst men's hockey program. Rick, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Hope you had a great holiday. Back to work now as you get set to travel to Army this weekend.
Yeah, Dave, thank you. Yeah, it was a great Thanksgiving. It was, as you know, a little bit of a different Thanksgiving in the sense that we didn't play. But that's that, a little bit of a weird schedule that we have that we've talked about. But it was nice to be home, and we did have a nice Thanksgiving. And our players had, five full days off, 5.5 days off. And it felt at times to me like Christmas break. And I know we're not at Christmas yet. So it's nice to get them back on campus. And we're looking forward to starting to play here again this weekend.
What does the break do for the guys heading into Army this weekend? Do you think it helps? Do you think it hurts? A little bit of both?
Yeah, you know what? It's interesting in the sense that Army played. They played twice at Bentley, and they played at Providence. So they played 3 games last weekend, and we haven't played. So what that translates into, I don't know. But I like to think that we're going to have great energy and good legs. And I would like to think also if we start off slow, we'll certainly get better as the game goes on.
Had Army here a couple weeks ago. They played, I thought, very, very well in our building the weekend they were here. What do you have to do to knock them off again this weekend?
Well, Army's one of those teams that can clearly outwork anybody, so we're going to have to match or exceed their effort level and their work intensity level. And again, we're going to have to get great goaltending. We're going to have to be opportunistic offensively, and we're going to have to play a very good disciplined game in every aspect of our system. And certainly if we do those things, and it sounds easy, and it's a lot harder, and certainly Army has a lot to say about that. But if we do those things, we have a really good chance. But Army has a great team, and not just saying that because we're playing them, but that's our league. I mean, our league is so balanced. I had a chance to watch a good number of games over the break on the computer, and what I came away with is how even everybody is. On any given night, I watched Air Force and Canisius, and I watched Army and Bentley, and again, I watched Holy Cross and Bentley and Holy Cross and Brown, and what's really is evident is on any given night, anybody could beat anybody. All the teams are good, and we certainly know that, we understand that, and we have to prepare for that.
Elaborate a little bit more on that. Atlantic hockey, the last couple years, the teams that get the first round bye, separated by the teams that have to travel the first weekend in the first round, seems to be separated by 4 or 5 points on any given year. Very much a balanced league, and even the teams that have struggled in the past couple years, Sacred Heart, Army, AIC, they seem to be much improved this year too.
Well, there's no question, and Dave, you're absolutely right. It doesn't seem that way. That's how it is, and again, last year I think 2 or 3 points separated everybody. From pretty much first place right down to about 9th place. The last 2 years, as you know, and we were certainly on the wrong end of this, the regular season champ got bounced, in the Atlantic playoffs in Rochester. And, what I have learned is, it's very, very difficult to make it to Rochester. And then once you get to Rochester, it's hard to win there. And again, that would be our league final 4, Frozen 4, whatever you want to call it. But last 2 years, you had a 7 seed and a 6 seed win the Atlantic Hockey League playoff championship, and us last year, Niagara the year before, as regular season champs, did not get a chance to win the playoff champion, and of course the playoff championship gets an automatic berth to the NCAA. So our league is the parity is unbelievable. The teams are so even night in and night out, and it's hard to win. So to say you have to play well to have a chance is an understatement.
Did the break help the guys that were a little banged up get back into the lineup, hopefully, this weekend for Army?
Yeah, you know what? We have everybody skating, which is nice. How many of those guys will actually get into our lineup, we're not totally sure yet. We started practicing as a team this past Saturday and Sunday and on Monday, and then we took yesterday off Tuesday, and here we are on Wednesday, and we're going to practice this afternoon and then practice on Thursday morning and leave for Army and then skate at Army on Friday morning. So, everybody is skating, and we just have to decide, who is more ready than others to actually get into the lineup on Friday night, and then, late Friday night, make a decision on what's going to happen for Saturday.
Coach, best of luck this weekend against Army, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Dave, I do appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Head coach Rick Gotkin of the Mercyhurst men's hockey team. I'm Dave Leisering, the Director of Athletic Communications here at Mercyhurst. Mercyhurst travels to Army this Friday and Saturday to take on the Black Knights.